Hello students, I am Dr. V. Shanti, Assistant Professor, Department of Microbiology at St. Thomas College, Bhilai. I have prepared this lecture on the topic Citation and Citation Index. This topic comes under Unit 4 of Paper 4, MSc, Second Semester Microbiology. The title of the paper is Biometry, Computer and Cytometry. In this lecture, I will try to explain first about what is citation, its meaning and definition, its purpose and types with suitable examples, followed by a discussion on citation index and its styles. To begin with, first of all, let us know what is the literal meaning of citation. It simply means to acknowledge, to refer, to quote, etc. By definition, citation can be defined as a procedure to tell your readers regarding the origin of any piece of information that you have used or taken for writing your own document or article or any other purpose for that matter. Basically, you're trying to acknowledge that person from whom you have borrowed any piece of information. So, the acknowledging part in scientific terms is called citation. Let me now explain what citation is with these three different examples. In the first section of this slide, there is an information regarding rate of use of pesticides. The information says that in agricultural sector, pesticide use increased from 24 metric tons in 1971 to 85 metric tons in 1995. The reference is cited within parenthesis as Bhalla et al. 1999. Bhalla is the first author. Et al. Is used when there are more than two authors for a particular document or article. 1999 refers to the year of publication. Because I have used the information published by them, therefore I will have to cite them. In the second section, I have retrieved a piece of information which actually is a report published by World Health Organization in the year 2007. So since I use this information for any of my work, I will have to tell my readers from where this fact has been retrieved. So I cite WHO, 2007 within parenthesis. In the third example, I have used a piece of information which was already published in a book. So I will have to cite the name of the book, its authors, etc. So this is how a book is referred or cited in your own document. Let us now see what is the purpose of citation. Well, citation is very important when we talk about academic writings. It serves many different purposes. Firstly, it is used to avoid plagiarism. Using one's work or information in your own work without acknowledging is prohibited under law. This comes under plagiarism. So citation helps us to avoid plagiarism. Secondly, citation helps to serve the purpose of giving due credit to the original source from where the information has been retrieved. Thirdly, citation acts as a solid proof and provides support to the cited information. Lastly, citation also helps your readers to actually locate the original source of information for any relevant information. The complete reference of a citation is usually given in the reference section at the end of a particular document. Let us now discuss the different types of citation. When we come to academic writing, basically there are three styles of citation. The first one is the MLA format, which is Modern Language Association style. Secondly, we have American Psychological Association, the APA style. And lastly, we have the Chicago or the Turabian style. Each of these styles have their own different set of rules. Let us see the different styles of citation one by one. Let us first discuss the MLA format. MLA usually is used by the humanities discipline. It was founded in United States of America. It is the principal professional association for scholars and of language and literature. In the MLA format of citation, we first write the name of the author or authors with their second names and their first names as initials. The title of the article within inverted commas, followed by the name of the journal in which the article was published. The journal name will be in italics. The volume number here in this example is 41, followed by the issue number, which here is 6. Volume number and the issue number are separated by a dot, followed by the year of publication 2011 in this example, which has to be written within parentheses. The page numbers are 830 to 39. Here we do not write 830 to 839. The page number and the year of publication are separated by a colon. The second style is the APA format. It is usually used by science, psychology, and education fields. It is a writing style and format usually used for books, academic documents, research articles, etc. It is commonly used for behavioral and social science streams. In the APA style, I have taken the same example, but there is some difference between the MLA and the APA style of citation. The author or the author's name come first. Then it is followed by the year of publication, that is 2011, which is written in parentheses followed by a full stop. Then we write the name of the article, wolves, dogs, etc. Then the name of the topic is then followed by the name of the journal, Behavior Genetics, again in italics, followed by a punctuation, that is comma. Then we write the volume number and the issue number. Here the issue number is written within parentheses, followed by comma. Then we write the page numbers. Here the page numbers are 830 to 839, followed by a full stop. In the third Chicago or the Turabian style, this style is usually used in the subjects like history, fine arts, and business. It is a style guide for American English, which was published since 1906 by University of Chicago Press. It is used only for writing materials which have an intention to be published. Those writing materials which are not to be published do not follow this particular style of citation. Considering the same example, we see that the Chicago style first uses the name of the author or the authors, then the year of publication 2011, no parenthesis here, then the title of the topic or the article within inverted commas, then we have the journal name again in italics, followed by the volume number, that is 41, issue number 6 within parenthesis. There is no space between the volume number and the issue number, followed by a colon. Then we have the page numbers, that is 830 to 839. Whatever is the style of citation, we see that citation is a basic information which is required to locate the source of cited information. The source can be anything, like it can be books, original articles, book chapters, videos, etc. Next, let us see what is citation index. Citation index is nothing but a bibliometric index which consists of an ordered list of cited articles along with a list of citing articles. Articles used for referencing or citation are called reference, and articles which cite the reference are called source. So simply speaking, cited articles are called reference, citing articles as source. Citation index is prepared by using the association or linked ideas between cited articles and the citing articles. Some of the citation indexes are Science Citation Index, which was first formed by Institute of Scientific Information in the year 1963 at Philadelphia, US. Then secondly, we have Social Science Citation Index, etc. There are many other citation indexes. The first automated citation index was done by CiteSeer in 1997. This is a slide which provides a clear picture of citing articles, that is the reference and the cited articles. The reference and the source. In this slide, the protein estimation using Folin reagent is described at the left portion. This method of protein measurement was originally published by Lowry and his co-workers and was published in the year 1951. So this is the original article, and this article can be cited by many other workers. So this cited article will be known as a reference. If we use the Lowry method today for our work, then it is a responsibility to give due credit to the original workers for describing this method. For example, any article in which protein estimation was done and will be done has to cite the original method, like the article published in the right side. We see this article authored by Shanti and Royman have given due credit by citing it. Article which is used for citing is reference at the left, and the article which cites the reference is the source on the right. Next, let us see the benefits of citation indexes. Basically, there are many different benefits of citation indexes. Citation indexes provides access to various records related to a subject. Citation index also eliminates or reduces the probability of the problem of vocabulary difficulties. Of course, there are no language barriers associated with citation indexes. Citation indexes provide a very effective and quick search of literature, as these indexes gather huge and relevant information. Also, the number of citations and the frequency of citations enables us to provide due weightage. This weightage helps in assessing and improving both the effectiveness and quality of the retrieved information. The more an article or a document is cited by scientists or scholars, the more its index rises. Scientists or scholars create citation, and the citation indexes make the citations findable. Now let us discuss about the various types of citation indexes. Now, citation indexes can be classified either on the basis of subject coverage or on the basis of type of documents that they cover. So basically, the citation indexes can be classified into various types. There is Science Citation Index, that is SCI, Social Science Citation Index, that is SSCI. We have Conference Proceedings Citation Index, that is CPCI, Data Citation Index, DCI, Arts and Humanities Citation Index, Book Citation Index. Then we have the Emerging Source Citation Index. Let us discuss each of these one by one. First, let us see what is Science Citation Index. Science Citation Index is basically a list of scientific tests which is covered from all over the world. The SCI provides information of each scientific paper, which includes the author, title, subject, etc. Originally, this index was produced by Institute of Scientific Information, that is ISI, and was created by Eugene Garfield. Science Citation Index Expanded, that is SCIE, is a larger version of SCI, and it contains more than 8,500 scientific journals across 150 disciplines. It covers journals way back from 1900 to the present. Officially, SCI was launched in the year 1964 and presently is owned by Clarivate Analytics. SCI is available online through different platforms like Web of Science, that is WOS, SciResearch, SciSearch, etc. Secondly, we have Social Science Citation Index, that is SSCI. SSCI is a multidisciplinary index and indexes over 3,000 social science journals from 1988 to present across 50 different disciplines, and they are accessible through the Web of Science. This is also owned by Clarivate Analytics. Then we have Arts and Humanities Citation Index. This citation index covers over 1,800 journals across 28 arts and humanities disciplines. It contains more than 4.9 million records and more than 33.4 million cited references. The references date back from 1975 till date. This A and HCI index is also covered under Web of Science and is owned by Clarivate Analytics. Then we have CPCI, that is Conference Proceedings Citation Index. This index provides a unique platform to access impactful research from over 205,000 conference proceedings. Users can aware themselves of the emerging trends and new ideas related to research fields even before they appear in the journals. The user can also use cited reference searching to see the full impact of conferences. This index covers over 70 million cited references dating back to 1990 to present, and it is also covered under WOS, that is Web of Science. Then we have the Book Citation Index. This index of Web of Science helps connect to the core collection of books in the form of a library. It provides researchers the ability to quickly and easily identify and access the most relevant book associated with their field of work. Also, the users can search seamlessly and endlessly across journals, conference proceedings, and find the information relevant to their work within a single platform. This index boasts of collection of more than 60,000 books under various subject areas. Then we have the DCI. This was introduced by Thomson Reuters in 2012 and it is available on Web of Science. It provides a single point of access to quality research data. The researchers can access an array of data across different subjects. Lastly, we have ESCI, that is Emerging Source Citation Index. This was produced since 2015 by Thomson Reuters. Now it is owned by Clarivate Analytics. It covers the subjects or emerging sources from 2015 till date. It includes peer-reviewed publications of regional importance and emerging scientific fields. It is also accessible through the Web of Science platform. So this was all about citation and citation index. Thank you.